Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Martin. This is Boom Bricks and welcome to a Boom Bricks mock review. You can see I've got the Porsche 911 box in front of me here. This is set number 10295 and the mock is built from this set. It is on ReBrickable. It is by a guy called Gnat Bricks. It uses 993 pieces and this is what it is. It is the amazing, the awesome winter Batmobile. I call it winter because it's white. It's either covered in snow or this is what Batman would drive in the snow. Bit of camouflage, but it looks absolutely brilliant. Whether you do or don't agree with me, this has to be one of my favourite mocks that I've done so far off of ReBrickable. I've done a few off of there. Johnny 5 is absolutely amazing. The Milano I've got at the top is brilliant. I love the Milano, it is amazing. But this is very, very cool. If you like Batman and you like the Batmobile, especially the UCS one we got the other year, this is definitely something you're going to want to build. It looks absolutely awesome. You can tell it's the Batmobile straight away. There's some really cool techniques in it. So let's jump in closer, guys. I want to show you some details on here and then I'll join you at the end just to give you a rundown of what I think of this set. Any pros, any cons, and that'll let you know if it's worth buying the instructions. So let's get into this. This is the actual build itself. You can see it looks really, really cool. I'm going to hold it a bit closer for you just to show you how this is done this area. So you can see the wheels, you've got one facing the correct way and the back one is facing the other way, which makes it like a deep wheel, which is actually quite a nice way of doing that considering the wheels are the same size. It does give it that slightly beefier look. Going along the side, you can see the side profile is very, very good. These little bits here are a little bit loose at times, so this is a bit annoying because it does wiggle around, but it does look really cool. I'm not going to be playing around with this too much, so it's going to stay in tack quite well. This little piece here is a little bit loose, that does come off quite easily, so just got to be careful how you pick it up. And you can see the way the grill is done, it's done so well, really, really good. So this piece was added on right near the end and it just gives it that final finish and just looks really nice there. These arches are quite good. The instructions for this piece here don't quite tally up a little bit, but you can kind of see how it's meant to go, so that's a bit annoying on the instructions, but it's easy to do. Really like how the sort of wing fenders are done, look really nice, and the back using one of the other wheels to make the sort of turbine is very good as well. Again, there's some bits here that are a little bit loose, but I'm not going to be playing around with it too much. Really like how they've done the back slope here using these pieces, sort of rear end of the Porsche. Looks really good as well. This is the only gripes on here is I had to use a Targa and the turbo printed pieces, but you can easily get replacement pieces to go into there. The other side is exactly the same, and then swinging it around to the front, you've got another sort of turbine that's used for the engine of the Porsche. That's really good how that's been used there. A couple of little sort of lights there as well, and this is done pretty much almost the same as the 1989 UCS Batmobile, but just done in white, and it looks really good. I really like how these pieces on the top were built up. This was built up really nice. I didn't know how this was done, but as you build it, it's just so cool. Really, really good. The steering mechanism does work. If I flick it to show you underneath, you can see the steering mechanism actually runs all the way through to the wheels, so you can steer it from inside. There's a couple of stages here where you have a couple of pieces on here which hold it up while you're building, so that's really good to add that into there. Now these guns, very simple, done really well. You can take them off, so if you don't want the guns on there, it does make that build a little bit better because you can see that whole profile, so you don't have to have the guns on. I'm going to display it probably without the guns because I think that looks really good. Like how they've done the window using the black sort of tiles and black slopes. So there's no clear window there. You do use the window actually inside the build, but you don't see that when it's finished. This canopy is really cool as well. It's held on by two little studs there and you kind of just slot it on. So that is a really good way for doing a canopy. And I didn't expect it to have such a cool interior. One seat. In the instructions, it doesn't show to use the printed piece there, but I used it because I thought it's going to make it look a bit better. You've got a dial in there as well. It's quite hard to show you that, and it just looks really cool. And there's a steering wheel. Like I say, you can steer this and it'll steer your tires left and right, so that is absolutely brilliant. This took me around about 3 to 4 hours to build. and I'm really happy with it. The way the build goes is really cool. It's very compact, so it's quite sturdy. You build up in sections, you put the sections on. Some of these sections, yes, they're on solid, but just be careful how you handle it, because you don't want to handle it too much, because some bits will fall off. These are the wings on the fenders on the back are quite good, so they're not too bad. You can move them up and down, but it's just done really well. I mean, the way the build has been done is absolutely amazing. I really like it. It's definitely worth the £5.40 for the instructions. So get yourself over there, guys, and get this built, have it into your collection. If you like Batman, you're going to have to definitely get this. If you haven't bought the Porsche yet, you're going to need to buy that Porsche, unfortunately. So sorry to make you have to spend another 130 quid, but it's definitely worth it. So guys, that is my review. Thank you for watching the video. I absolutely love this. I think this is very, very good. Done amazingly well. Love the MOC, love the build. The techniques are really, really good. Now, this is the pieces that you have left over. I'll put them in a couple of Ziploc bags. This uses 993 pieces, and this we get left over, so it's about 500 pieces in there. Quite a few small pieces. You've got some of the wheels left over. These are mainly tiles, so you get quite a few pieces left over. I'm going to put them in the box for the time being. I'm not going to do that yet. Any pros or cons? The pros are you don't even say anything. You can just go put it on display. Someone's going to know exactly that is the Batmobile. The pros I like is that you can lift the canopy off to access the interior. You've got steering mechanism that works, and just the whole build was absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed the build. There's some really cool techniques where you build it up, the way you build side pieces on and you add extra pieces. It's done really, really well. I would say that this could be sold as a set. Obviously it won't be, because we've already got Batmobiles and Batman, and you can't add a new design that is licensed already like that. But yes, this is an amazing build, definitely worth doing. Any cons? The only con I can really think about, there's a couple little pieces that are a little bit loose. Not really much of a problem, because that doesn't matter too much. It's a little tiny bit loose here and there. I'm not going to be playing around with it. It will be on display, and you just got to be careful you pick it out. Anything that's made by LEGO, you've got to be careful you pick it out. You can't just pick it up and chuck it around, but not a lot's going to fall off it. Now, the major con for me, and probably for everyone watching this video, is once you've built this, you then need to go buy another Porsche 911. That is the only con that I can really think of. I don't mind, because I'll have to pick one of these up another day. Might try and find one in a sale somewhere, so I get a little bit cheaper than the original price that I paid for this. But it's amazing. I think it's definitely worth building. If you do like making MOCs, or you do like displaying MOCs, do get this one. It is amazing. There is a link in this video, guys. Go check that out. It'll link you straight to the design on ReBrickable. If you do head over to ReBrickable to buy this, just pop in Boom Bricks sent you. I don't get anything for it, but it's just worth just mentioning my name, because I want to make sure that the guy that designed this gets all the credit he deserves for doing this amazing MOC. But I'm going to leave it as that, guys. I'm going to play around with this. I'm going to put it somewhere on display. Not sure where I'm going to put it yet. But thank you for watching this video. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.